I'm well, thank you. You know, it's really interesting. It's great to see how far people will travel to get a free cup of coffee. Wonderful to see. Wonderful to see people standing here with those lovely orange cups in their hands and go, free cup of coffee. Gee, wow. None of you here to buy today. I know that you just wanted a free cup of coffee and the entertainment and a mask and a mask. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the auction this morning, number 6, Dalpura Drive in Bayswater. Today's auction will take place 3 short phases. We'll go through the paperwork. I'll reconfirm why you should be investing and buying this property here today. And then we'll get down the important part of the day, and that's to find the lucky new owner of number 6 Dalpura Drive. Now, we have some people around here all dressed nicely in their Stockdale Lego outfits. I've got Christine here on the right-hand side. She's a property manager guru, so if you have any questions about the investment of the property and returns, please talk to Chris. You've got Debbie over here on my left, who's been running the campaign, and Nick is here, and he's going to write all the numbers up on the board as we go. You think it's for your benefit, it's not, it's to help me so I don't lose track of what where we're at. So if we're going to play along with all these sort of rules we've got to go through, we're going to have a fun morning and an exciting one for the lucky new owner. There's certain requirements I need to go through before we get into all the details. I need to let you know that this auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules set out in Schedule 14, the Sale of Land Act, Schedule 1, the Sale of Land Act 2014. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers once the property's been knocked down to the successful bidder. Vendors have set a reserve. The auction rules prohibit false bids. It prohibits people from interfering with other people's bidding, and it does provide fines for this conduct. And the rules do allow for an auctioneer to take vendor bids. So I do happen to take a vendor bid. I'll make it loud and clear, vendor bid. As the auctioneer, I'll call bids upon request. I may refuse any bid if there's a dispute regarding the bidding, and may put the property back up again at the last undisputed bid. If we do happen to pass the property in, we will deal exclusively for a short period of time with a person who has got their hand in the air when I go and pass the property in. So there's 2 really important points there this morning, folks. If you're here to buy, you need to be the person with your hand high in the air when I go first call, second call, third call, sold. Then it's yours. If we don't get to that point, we pass it in. Once again, you need to be the person who has their hand up in the air. So you have the exclusive right to have a look at the vendor's very, very realistic reserve, sign the paperwork and move in and take possession in around about 60 days. Now the contract of sale, of course, has been on display during the open house today and during all the other open houses that we've conducted throughout the campaign. They've been prepared by the vendor solicitors, and of course they contain all the necessary special and general conditions to allow today's auction to take place. Very lengthy document, as any contract is. The important part of the document for this morning, though, folks, is the particulars of sale. And that reads, we're the agent of Stockdale Lego Ringwood at Suite 123 Ringwood Street in Ringwood. We're selling on behalf of the vendors. The property described as Lot 9 on plan of subdivision at 084616 in certificate of title 8789 folio 888. Well, there's a lucky number for some, 888. Together with any improvements. And that is the technical way, ladies and gentlemen, to say we're Stockdale Lego in Ringwood, we're representing the vendor, and we are here today to sell number 6 Dalpura Drive in Bayswater. The channels that stay with the property are obviously all fixed floor coverings, light fittings, window furnishings, and all fixtures and fittings as inspected. There's a small space in the contract of sale which says price. Unfortunately, that's not one we can fill in right now, but we're very confident in about 20 minutes time we'll be helping the lucky new owner fill in that space for us. Settlement terms, 60-day settlement. We are calling for a 10% deposit upon the signing of the paperwork, which is traditional auction rules. If you're here on your own and your partner's doing some shopping down at Bayswater or over at Knox at the moment, their name could be entered into the contract at a later date using the nominee clause that forms part of the contract. You're buying at public auction, therefore it's an unconditional purchase and there is no cooling off period. Part of the documentation of Section 32 tells us that we fall under the jurisdiction of the Knox planning scheme. Your rates are just under $1,700 a year. Water rates around $223 a quarter. We have been zoned neighbourhood zone Schedule 4. The land itself is 753 square metres, roughly 16.7 at the front and back. To my right hand side is 44.7 metres. To my left is around 45.4. Leaving you with 753.6 of prime real estate. So ladies and gentlemen, that is your contract for sale. That's your section 32. Any questions? That's good. Might not have had the answer today. So, why are we here today? Well, we're here today because you've got an opportunity. Real estate's about a few things. It's about opportunity. We've always heard the real estate proverbs, location, location, location. Well, that does stand very true as we're here today as well. But the opportunity is also here. We have a property here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not making any bones about it. It could do with a little bit of coat of paint and maybe a few little bits and pieces done to it. But it's an opportunity. Renovate, modernise, move in, do your own thing to it. It is that blank canvas that everybody talks about, literally your blank canvas. Perhaps your land is big enough for you to remove the home and put 2 townhouses on it. That's obviously subject to council approval. Or perhaps you're a wise investor and go, I could spend some money on this, new kitchen, update it a bit, paint it, carpet it, and maybe you put it back on the market, and what we call in the trade, we call that flip it, and you make some nice profit and move on to your next one. There's plenty of opportunity, or perhaps it's just a lovely site that you remove the house and this is where you want to build your dream home. There's lots of people that I've spoken to this morning have been around this area for a long time. They love it. They love the location. You're about 1.8 kilometre from Bayswater Shops and Station. And all my research tells me, Eastlink, up the road here, you're around about 4 minutes drive from Eastlink. You want to do some major shopping, go to Knox, 7 minutes drive. Within this district, within a couple of kilometres, you've got about 10 schools, private and secondary schools. You've also got about 5 childcare centres within a short proximity from here. So all of that adds up to a terrific location. So you've got the location, today you've got the opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where the fun starts. This is where we get down to the serious part of the business. I've told you, reinforced why you're here today. You're here on your own because you know that what I'm saying is very true and very accurate. The only disappointing thing I'll say right now, folks, I've only got one property like this at number 6 Dalpura Drive that you can buy today. We can't take you to another one. And we all know, we've all heard the story, we've all read it on the internet, we've read it in the papers, how active the market is at the moment. How much there is a shortage of properties for sale. So if you're here today, I would say to you, bid strong, bid hard, and buy it, because you want to be back on the road next week and more travelling, more opens, more negotiations, more options, and you're perhaps missing out. Today's your chance. Today is that big opportunity to secure this for whatever purpose is yours. But I can talk for ages. I'm a real estate agent. That's what we do for a living. But the important part is to find that lucky new owner. And the only way I can do that, folks, is by calling it out. Folks, where do I see it start? Opening big, 6 Dalpura Drive, Bayswater. Where do we start? Be brave. Put your hand up. This is the fun part of the auction for an auctioneer, you know. We call out a figure and then all of a sudden, or call out for an auction, all of a sudden we stand here. And standing here for about 15 seconds feels like a lifetime. When you're not getting a response from anybody, when you know there's people here, and you sort of get the feeling people just want to make us feel awkward, because nobody's putting their hand up, nobody's making a bid. The other thing we find is people fold their arms. They take a sudden interest in their feet to make sure they've got matching shoes and socks on. They don't want any eye contact with the auctioneer. No, we can't do that. He may think I want to bid. So they check out their feet. Or they do the other thing, and on a cold day, I can understand it, but you put your hands in your pocket. But that's not how we buy real estate. That's not how we buy at auction, folks. The advice I can say, if you're here today to buy, let your intentions not be known. Let anyone else who's interested in the property today see that you're determined to buy it. Because buying at auction is very psychological. If someone sees you're a strong bidder, they can often be intimidated and not place a bid at all. And you end up buying the property. But I need a start, folks. We need a start. Be brave. See how nice and quiet it is here? No wonder people want to live here for such a long. It's nice and peaceful. You hear the birds. You'll start me off, folks. I'm happy to start it. I'd rather someone here today start it. Is that a bid over there? Sure? You just put your hand up and moved your hat. I thought you were placing a bid. You sure? We're pretty sharp, as you can see. We're pretty sharp. We're pretty sharp. Who see a start? You can start me off? Big break. Joe, what's really, you can go out tonight, folks, and you go and have dinner with your friends, maybe a restaurant down here in Bayswater, and you go, you know, I went to the auction at Dalpura today. I had a bid, I had a crack, but I missed out, but I had a fair go at it. So you can tell them that. So where do we start, folks? Perhaps we start, let's say we start around 700. Nice round number, $700,000. It's $700,000. That is a vendor bid. That is a vendor bid. Below the quote range, folks. So $700,000. I'll take a 20. Make it 720. It's 700. Make it 720. Geez, I was expecting the Mexican wave to come around then at $700,000 for 750 odd square metres of land, a home that offers plenty of potential for you. And at 700, I was expecting the whole crowd to go, yes, I'll have a bit of that. But at 700,000, we'll call a rise of 20 to make it 720. No, mid-20s, make it 20. Make it 20. Yes? 720 over here. 720, see, it's hiding behind me. That's just no good. $720,000 on the left. Hit 720 now on the left-hand side. I'm still in 20s, make it 40. Hit 720 on the left. Another 20 will make it $740,000. 720 over here on my left. It's 720. So is that a bit? Or just tickling your nose? Yeah. Tickling your nose, okay. Hit 720. Make it 40. Guys, you in? No? It's really not good for buying real estate going that way. It's $720,000. Make it $740. First call. That's $740,000. Second call. That's $20,000. It's 20. It's 720. 720 the holding the bid. It's 720 the people over there are holding the bid. Then I'll take a vendor bid at $740,000. It's 740 now, bid with me, 740, make it 760. It's 700, it's 740. Another 20 will make it 760. That is exceptional buying. And I think we all know that. Maybe you're all thinking that's just a little bit too cheap. It's 740, make it 60 over here. It's 740 on the left-hand side. Make it 760. No, why not? It's $740,000, calling for rise of 20 to make it 760. 740. First call. Second call. It's 740. Chris, we're going to make it 60 over here. 740. Still talking. Phone a friend. Okay. It's 740,000. Rise of 20 to get to 60. 1.8 kilometres to Bayswater Shops, 7-minute drive to Knox. Median price around here is a lot higher than where we are right now, and I think everybody would know that. So $740,000, calling for a rise of 20 to make it 760. There we go, 740, look for 760. Not yet. How long are we going to wait? How long are we going to wait? It's $740,000. As I said at the start, folks, my instructions are crystal clear from my vendor. I don't need to go inside and refer to my vendor. My instructions are crystal clear. But if we don't reach the reserve, we'll pass the property in. We have no qualms in doing that at all. The intention here is to sell. It is a very, very reasonable reserve. And if you are here to buy today and I pass it in, I just hope you're the first one in queue that gets a chance at the vendor's extremely, extremely realistic reserve. That's $740,000. If I make it easy, I'll take $10,000 rises. So Chris, I'll make it $750. I'll make it $10,000 rise, make it $750. With $740, I'll make it $10,000 rise, make it $750. I'll give everyone else the same opportunity. It's $740,000. Prepared to pass the property in, and then all you got to do is join the queue. And if you're not the first one in the queue, you're probably going to be missing out. So I'll call it 3 times. Then we'll bid at $740, or $10,000 makes it $750. We'll put you in that prime position to come inside and negotiate with the vendor. So $740, we'll call it 3 times. It's $740,000. First call. This is your chance to place a bid. At second call at $740,000.
Will you take a 5,000?
At this point, I'll take 5 because that puts him in the prime position at 745,000. It's 745 at the moment. This family over here have that exclusive right. So they will be coming inside, looking at the paperwork, looking at the reserve and sign it. And anyone else here today who's here to buy, unfortunately, you're going to have to start looking around again next week at something else. So it's 745. I'll take 5,000 all the way through now if you like. It's $745,000. Over here on the left-hand side, they're holding the bid. First call. 5,000 will get you in. Well, I'm going to be passing it in any second now. I'll pass it in, and these people who are holding the bid will probably look to buy it. So you need to place a bid. You going to do it? I'm running out of script. I'm running out of material here. Seriously, running out of material. It's 745,000. 745 over here on the left-hand side. First call. Second call. I called 3 times and I've got to pass it to this family over here. It's 745. First call. Second call. Anyone here today interested? Sorry? You really want to make it work for this, don't you? 750 over here now. It's 750. Do some talking over here, Jim. I need another 5. Yes. The 750 over here bids against them. Now make it 755. It's 750. I'll take that if you weren't driving past. 750. It's 750 now with $5,000 ride. Make it 755. It's 750. That's it. Just your ass. And we're all done, silent and finished. It's 750. Do you ever got another 5 coming from there? It's only $5 grand. In the whole scheme of things, it's probably not a lot of money.
This house can...
It's 750.
It's not linked to us. I'd be very surprised if you couldn't get off.
The investment, it's 55. 755. Or make it a big bid. Yeah, what, make it 780. 755 I have. 755. Right, is that a bid, sir? I'm sure I saw your hand move. 755. Round me up to 760. 755. You want me to do this whole thing again, aren't you?
I love it.
First call. Hit 755. Second time. Gonna make it 760. Second call. Third call. Sorry?
760.
We're not far. I can see now we're probably not too far away. Not too far away. We've got to get there. And then you pass it in, and you negotiate.
3-bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Have a couple of bits around to find out. 755.
About 20.
They're holding the bid, so they have the opportunity.
Yeah.
760 now. It's 760 here. 760 now on the right hand side. So in case you guys keep chatting over there. 760, make it 765. We'll get there. We're very close. We're very close. For all your neighbours to find out who the lucky your new neighbours are going to be. $760,000. Bids for this lady on the right hand side. Against you over there on the left. Make it 765. 760, make it 765. Just a nod will do. A nod or a wink, as long as, and a finger gesture as long as a friendly one. It's fine. It's 760 over here. First call.
780.
Sorry?
780.
No, that's a nice big bid there. It's $780,000 over here on the left-hand side. It's $780,000. It's $780,000. And ladies and gentlemen, this is always a fun time now because at $780,000, we are now on the market. We will be selling today. We are going to sell. Make it crystal clear so nobody comes to me afterwards and goes, did it sell? We are on the market. We have met the vendor's reserve. We are going to be selling it today. There is no doubt that there will be a lucky new owner moving into 6 Dalpura in about 60 days' time. And at this point in time, it's the folks over here on the left-hand side. So we're on the market. I'm now happy to accept a bid. You can bid me 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. I don't mind what the bid is. We are on the market. We are going to sell. So $780,000 over here on the left-hand side. On the market. Make no mistake. So 780,000. So give me $5,000, give me $2,000. I don't mind what your bid is now. We're on the market. It's 780,000. No, it's got to be 1,000. $1. That's going to look good on this. That's going to look good if the value general writes it up. $780,000 and $1. That'll be the best dollar you've ever spent. It's $780,000. We are on the market, folks. So now time to call out. Now's the time. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. We're going to sell. Make no mistake, and I will call it 3 times. At the moment, the lucky new owners are over here on my left. You're right. That's against you now. First call. It's $780,000. Second call. You're going to make me do all this in place, dude. Second call. It's $780,000. For the third and final time. Are you all done? Silent and finished. 782. Folks, prepare yourself for a long afternoon. Maybe I need to get the coffee van come back again. 782, Debbie. Over here, I've got 782. It's 782. It doesn't need to be a 2-horse race. Anyone else here is more than welcome to join in. But we are selling, make no mistake. It is on the market. It is going to sell. And it's 782 here. The bid's on the right-hand side. It's 782. How are we going, Deb? Another big bid to intimidate, maybe 800. Nice big number. It's $782,000. Just think what you're missing out on, guys. Opportunity, renovate, modernise, turn it over, build 2 townhouses. Cut it in half, makes the land quite cheap for what we're selling here today. Money's cheap, we all know that. So 782. On the right. How are we going over here? Deb? Bids against you over here. Sorry?
783.
83. Okay, told you it's going to be a long afternoon. 83. 783. We'll make it 790, maybe you're really scared of it. Maybe you won't know until you try. You won't know until you try. These bids really intimidate people. At the moment, I've got 783 over here. 700, that's it. Phone a friend. That's a good idea. Phone a friend. Ring Eddie. I'm sure Eddie will give you advice. Phone a friend. 783 on the left. First call. 700. Still thinking? You're really running out of time to think. Seriously. Gee, you had 4 weeks to think about it. And you're coming down to the last few seconds. 783 on the left. It's a fun time, seriously. Someone's here to buy a home that it's going to be part of their future. So it's a fun time. We're trying to make it a bit of fun, but at the end of the day, we've got people here generally wanting to buy it at $783,000. So I'll call it 3 times. First call. I'm not going to look at you. I might look at you. Second call. It's $783,000. Are we all done? Silent. Finished. 85. 785. Nice big bid over here. Make it 800. I reckon that might just put her off a bit. 700. You don't. You can keep bidding all day. I'm fine. 785. It's $785,000 on my right. It's against you on the left. And anyone else who would like to join at this point, you're still waiting? You're still waiting? Or have you made a decision? Sorry? Too high? Yeah. It can't possibly be too high because 2 people are fighting for it. That does not mean it's too high. 85. 785 on my left. On my right. Your left. Over here. How are we going, guys? How are we going, Deb? With a nice big bid here. 785. Make it 800. That was probably 88. 788. Over there, $788,000. What are we going to do? I'm going to wear my shoes out, keep walking back and forward here. $788,000 on my left. First call. Second call. At the third and final time, are we all done? And are we all silent? This is that sold. 89. 789. Deb's going to need to be a big bid, I reckon. Make it up. Go around 800. Make a nice big bid of 800. Don't tell them I told you that, but 800 is probably it's a really good figure. It's $789,000. First call. 789 over here. You got someone else here, Nick? It's all going on behind me here. It's $789,000. At the moment, you're holding the key. You're holding the brochure over here at the moment. We can change that with a nice strong bid. It's 789 dead. 510. What are we doing? No, don't shake your head. That's really not good. That's really not good for your neck, I promise you. Been doing this a long time. I've seen bad injuries from people doing that at an auction. 789. How are we going here, Chris?
$500, Mark.
Sorry?
$500.
500. Oh, now. 789, 500 there. 780. I think they're on now. Nice big bid now. We might just do it for you. 789, 500. Just put 500 on there, Nick. Is everyone getting cold over here? You're getting cold? I'm not. I'm like, whoa. Sorry? 789, 500. First call.
790.
790. There we go. 790. How are we going, Deb? They came back with very quickly there. 790. 790. $790. First call. Second call. How we doing, Nick? Deb? Do you feel lonely over here now? They can't do that. How you going, Nick? 790. 790. First call. Second time, when the hammer hits the paper, I'm sorry, it's all over. You can't place another bid once I've hit that, once I've sold it. 790. 790. First call. Yep. Second call. $500. 790, 500. 795. Keep going backward and forward and placing my strong bid. 790, 500. First call, second call, third and final time. It's $790,500 on my left. If you want to buy it, I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help. That's okay. You'll make it down the track. Trust me. It's a very good investment. Sorry? 810,000. Okay. $810,000. Now that's what you call a knockout bid. At $810,000. 810. $810,000. How you going, Deb? 810. First call. How you doing, Deb? $810,000 now. On my right. How's it going, Deb? You're out? Are you sure? At $810,000. And guys, thank you very much. At $810,000. Are you sure you're not going to compete now? Are you sure? thank you for attending today and good luck with your house hunting. At $810,000. First call. Second call. The third and final time. Dalpura Drive. At $810,000. It is selling. It is selling. Sold. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you.